Good morning to all of you. Myself, Professor Dhaval Chandarana, and we will continue on unit number 4 of cybersecurity subject known as Introductions to Cybercrime and Law of Cybercrimes. As previously, we will discuss so many basic things about the cybercrimes and a different cybercrimes law. So, guys, we will continue on unit number 4, and today we will discuss some different points regarding a unit number 4 known as a cyberspace, criminal behavior, and a traditional problem associated with the computer crimes. If you are not going through my previous video, then please go through my previous 4 videos so you can clear about all the basic fundamentals regarding cybercrimes and different laws available in India. So today we will start with the basic concept about a cyberspace. So first we discuss what is cyberspace. Cyberspace is referred to the virtual computer world because in a cyber world itself suggests that it is not physically available. So a cyberspace referred to the virtual computer world, and more cyber specifically is an electronic medium used to form a global computer network to facilitate online communications. In short, we can say that whatever we are doing the activity through the internet, all the activity should be part as a cyberspace. As if we are downloading something, if we are uploading something, and if we are watching something online through the internet, all the things should be part of a cyberspace. So that's why the first line says that it is referred to the virtual computer world. It is the larger computer network made up for many worldwide computer networks that employ a TCP/IP protocol to aid in a communications and data exchange actively. As you know very well, whenever we require to transmit or receiving some informations, we are going through the TCP/IP protocol, or we can say transmission control protocol and IP protocol. Whenever we are using a TCP/IP or UDP, the connection should be differentiated with the wired and wireless, through which we can download a data or we can uploading a data. Means we are communicating with the remote server. If we are performing some request from our system to a remote server, at that time it is one request, and whenever some remote servers generate the response and deliver to our system, it is known as a response manner. So request and response, it is the based on a communication, or we can say data exchange activity between our computer through remote server. Cyberspace allows users to share informations, interact, swap ideas, play games, engage in discussion or a social forms, conduct the businesses and creative initiative medias, among many other activity. As previously we discussed, whatever we are doing throughout the internet or using this internet media, all the things should be conducted as a cyberspace. As per the discussed below information, if we are interact means chatting, transmitting our information through the media, uploading, and all the thing, it should be part of a interact, like a webinar, seminar, all the thing. Swap ideas, if you are writing a blogs, it is also part of cyberspace. Play game, nowadays online gaming, it is most a peak point. All the student, all the members which are free in this particular period, they all are going to the watching games, playing games, and all the thing through the internet use. Engaging in discuss or social forms, like whatever we are discuss, whatever we are uploading on a social forms like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and lots of things which should be we are discussing throughout the days, and it is should be part of day-to-day life nowadays. Conduct the businesses like online meetings, virtual labs, virtual seminars, webinars, all the things should be part of a businesses. And creative initiatives media, Like I will give you one example. If you are creating some page on a Facebook and start your small scale business on the internet, so it is one of the creative initiatives media. Like Swachh Bharat. If you are uploading some photos to Clean India, it is also part of a creative initiatives media. And all the thing which should be part of internet, its work was on cyberspace. Now we learn about what is a criminal behaviors. The cyber criminals mentions in a internet crime schemes sections track information in many ways. Means a basic idea about the criminal behavior is, we can say that it is a tracking informations of the targeted people, of the targeted computer system, or we can say of the targeted internet. They just track information based on the past and current tracking informations, or we can say based on a current and past database. They can easy to target a particular system, a particular person, or a particular network. So first behavior is, it is just tracking the informations. In a common fraud schemes, the criminals gather the informations by phishing and spoofing, leading to identify the thefts. First thing, they just identify and collecting the informations which they are targeting through the phishing and spoofing, leading to identity thefts. Phishing means they provide informations regarding some unnecessary activities or unnecessary web pages. Spoofing leading means they provide an unnecessary advertisement, pop-up, scheme, and all the thing which should be claimed to identified some basic informations of the end users. The imposters penetrates to be the other person and use the informations without the knowledge to commit thefts or fraud, because we know very well a cybercrime, it's only and only happens when unauthorized users, or we can say simply hackers, they can access a particular system without any kind of legal permissions. So the main idea behind the criminal behavior is they are just accessing our data without any kind of legal permissions. Crimes related to healthcare, insurance are also performed by the hacking and foreign identities. As previously we says that on the first line, the information tracking, it is most basic idea behind a criminal behaviors. They are also taking some informations like healthcare, insurance, through which they can identify that how many money should be spent through this particular area. So through this they can easily identify that they have money which can perform with the healthcare and insurance, because normal people can't spend some money or spend some more money through this any kind of areas, or through this any kind of other activities which are not a daily activity basis. So through this they can easily identify that the person is have some more money, so that's why they can spend money into the particular insurance as well as healthcare. Cyber harassments and defamations, especially the case of pedophiles and the stalkers, use the false identity to trap the children and teenagers, because they have no idea about the cyberscrime, cyberspace, and cyber activity. They just believe in what they are seeing on internet. That's why it is easily targeted people nowadays. Social media sites, chat rooms, etc. It is the basic way or basic path chosen by the hackers nowadays, because most of the children and teenagers are using social media as well as chat room in a basic free times. So it is a basic targeted people is easily available, and the actual concept where they can provide some getting informations from the particular users, from the particular network, and from the particular computer system. So they can easily find out some public on a social media as well as chat room are a major source for harassment and defamations. So it is the basic concept about a criminal behavior. What is the activity should be performed by the criminals? What are the basic things they should perform before the crimes? What they are doing before the targeting peoples, and what are the targeted peoples, and how they get the targeted peoples through the different platform. Cybercrimes like the electronic spamming in the abuse of e-messaging system to send unsolicited bulk message indiscriminately, means a regularly basis. If sometimes we find out lots of message on a regular basis message, any of the time we just click on this particular message. If we are ignoring first day, second day, third day, but the message should be continue for the last 13 day. So as per the human psychology, we just check one time this particular message, and the one thing, whenever we click on this particular message within any of the 13 days, the cyber hackers will be actively without any kind of permissions, because it is the actual concept behind the criminal behaviors. Means they are providing a email and all the thing without any kind of interruptions on a regular life. In these overheads, like the host productivity and fraud are borne by the public and internet services provider. It is also the basic things which we know that how the activity performed through the internet and the service provider. Because a service provider, it is the basic source they can provide the internet. If they leaks of informations about our personal IP address, so hacker can easily hack our system. Because if we know that source and destination address, they can easily access our system. Who are then forced to add the extra capacity to cope up with the deluxe. Means whatever we doing the plan according to the internet, and as per the plan it should be activated by our system. If they are providing some extra facility, then we need to focus on it, why they are providing some extra facilities, and it is the one of the case we need to focus on a cyber crime. In case like the fraud, like auctions fraud, non-delivery of existence and non-existing merchandise, the seller's response to the victim of auctions fraud and poses to be the regions outside the place indicating the emerging living, the criminal steals these informations from certain unsecure websites by identity theft. Means whenever some fraud should be happen throughout this any of the unnecessary or legal and illegal websites, because on both the cases hacker can be access our system. So we must be known that which are the legal websites and what are the activity we are doing it in a particular website. If we are going to the legal websites, but if we are not doing any kind of activity, then also they are responding something. So it is one of the unnecessary activity which should be not part of our activities. So it is one of the kind of criminal behaviors. Forgery is the often achieved by the hacking, wherein the hacker attacks the target computer and retrieve the personal informations of the victims and use it for the personal monetary gains. Means whenever they getting some informations about a victims, like end users, all we can say targeted people, they are just using this personal informations and monitoring a gaining. Means if we start a computer, then what first applications and what first software we are using it. In this particular software, what is the first activity we are searching on these particular applications? If we are accessing internet, then what are the first website we are accessing regularly? So all the small thing which should be tracked, and based on all the activity, they can easily hack our computer system and our internet, because they are just case they getting some path, or we can say attack vectors to a hackers. Now we see a classification terms of a cyberspace cybercrime is rapidly evaluating as in the terminology used to describe it. The following are the commonly used terms that related to a cybercrime. Means what are the terms we are regularly used and what are the different terms which is part of cybercrime. It should be mentioned in a classifications of terms. First thing, we know that backdoor, a way to access an electronic system by bypassing some of all the security mechanism. The basic concept about backdoor is they just bypass all the security which should be part of firewall, antiviruses and some another layer of security which should be provided in our personal computer. So they can just access our data to bypass any electronic system and all the security mechanism which should be provided in personal computer. Cyber bullying or cyber bullying, the act of one individual harassing or the intimidating another individual via the internet. Means if when targeted some teenagers as well as some childs through internet and we disclose the informations based on the any kind of activity, it is known as a cyber bullying. Denial of services attack. What is DOS attack? And DOS attack, it is the most important thing in a cyber crime as well as in cyber world, because it is easily to perform on any of the network, on the any of the system. A coordinated attacks that aims to overwhelm the resources of a targeted system to crash that system. The simple way to understand about denial of services is a particular hackers thus provide a lots of requests without any kind of unnecessary activities. It means that they are just busying our system to perform any kind of legal activity against the illegal requests. It is thus the known as denial of services. Next and important thing, it is firewall, which we are already discussed in previous videos. Hardware and software designed to prevent the unauthorized users from the accessing a computer system. In a simple way to identify the firewall or justify the firewall means it is just a collections of rules that we mentioned by the end users which an internet packet access should be performed. Next, it is known as a malware, a malicious software such as a viruses, worms that attack a target computer. Malware is nothing but one kind of activity through which a hacker can easily hack our system and getting some informations regarding our personal and secure data. Now we going through the last point from the today's lecture. It is known as a traditional problem associated with the computer crime. As per the previous lectures, we will classify lots of computer crimes. We are discussing different types of computer crimes. Now we just go through the what are the traditional problem. It should be part of a computer crimes. First and basic and the most important traditional problem associated with computer crime is known as DDoS attack. These are used to make an online services unavailable and take the network down by overlaying the sites with traffic from the variety of sources. As previously we discussed, what is DDoS attack? It is nothing but they are overlaying our sites to busy a particular server with illegal activities. So the targeted victims never access some legal data through this internet. Larger networks of interfact device known as a botnets are created by the deposits malware on the user's computer. As previously we discussed, a malware is nothing but one kind of viruses and worms that can slow down our computer system, so victim or we can say targeted peoples not perform the actual activity which should be happen through the end user sites. The hacker then hacks into the system once the network is down, because it is the main idea behind the DDoS attack. DDoS attack it should be performed because on only that whenever some hackers perform the unnecessary request to a particular victims, and this particular period of time the victims never perform which request should be legal one and which request it should be illegal one. Through this, in a particular time, hacker can hack easily our system. Next one, it is a botnets. Botnets are the networks from compromise the computers that are controlled extremely by the remote hackers. It is nothing but one kind of system that can outside of private network area and they can access our system. The remote hackers then send a spam or attacks other computers through these botnets. As previously we'll discuss, a malware is nothing but one kind of viruses. Hacker just penetrate a particular data through our malware and viruses on our computer, and through this they can easily access our private and personal secure data. Botnets can also be used to act as a malware and perform the malicious tasks. I will just give you the example about malicious tasks. Means they can generate a repository about exe files, they can damage our personal data, they can encrypt our personal information. Whenever we open this particular Word file or MS file, PowerPlot site, they never open because they are damaged by the one kind of viruses known as a malware. Third, identity theft means whatever activity should be done with on internet, they provide some unauthorized identity about the illegal activities. The cybercrime occurs when a criminal gain access to the user's personal information to steal the funds, access a confidential information, or participate in a tax or a health insurance frauds. They can also open a phone, internet account in your name, use your name to plan a criminal activity and claim the government's benefit in your name. They may do this by finding out the user's password through by hacking, retrieving personal information from the social media, or sending the phishing email. Means they are working with some another identity and perform all the activity which should be part of a personal fraud, participation in tax or health insurance, because internet never identify the particular users is legal or not, because the identity should be work on only and only base of username and passwords. So some hacker can access a username and password without any kind of hacking techniques. They can easily participate in all the activity which should be accessed by the username and passwords. And how they can access the username and password? Through the social media and some any kind of activity which should be not accessed by the our activity known as the phishing emails. Through this they can perform an attack on a personal computer and accessing a username password, so they can easily access all the activity and participate as the other person on the internet. It is nothing but the identity thefts. Next, it is known as a cyber stalking. This kind of cyber crime involves the online harassments where the user is subjected or are targeted to plethora of online message and emails like a phishing attack. Typically, cyber stalkers use a social media, websites and search engines to intimidate a users and instills a fears. Usually, the cyber stalkers knows their victim and makes the person feel afraid of concern for their safeties. In short, we can say that a cyber stalker is just one kind of users. They can identify the particular victims of personal information, and illegally they can access upon personal information and use again the personal information about these particular victims. So they can feel some unauthorized accesses and getting some attentions about the particular online harassments. Social engineering, the word itself suggests that it is based on a social networking. Social engineering involves the criminals making direct contact with you, usually by the phones or email. They want to gain your confidence and usually pose as a customer services agent, so you will be give the necessary informations needed. Means whatever we are posting on a social media, through this they can access our hobbies, personal informations, date of birth and other friends, so they can easily identify some basic fundamentals thing through this particular platform. This is typically a passwords, the company you work for or bank information. Just guys, you remember your passwords and think that your all the password it should be based on your hobbies, your birth date, your friend's name, your mother's and father's and basic personal informations, because we are remembering only those passwords which are daily activities based we are known that. So the social media is just a platform to disclose all the personal informations which become a password in a particular websites or a banking informations. Cyber criminals will find out what they can about you on the internet and then attempts to add you as a friend on a social account. I think it is the line that can easily identify that what is a social engineering. I will just review the line. Cyber criminals, or we can say hackers, will find out what they can about you on the internet, because everything we should be posted on form of social media, where to travel, what we are doing now right now, what we like to, what we not like to, what are the different friends, which are the different hobbies and all the thing it should be known about a basic informations which we are posting on a social media, and then attempts to add you as a friend on a socials account. So if we are not knowing about any friends and accepting the request, it is also a one kind of activity which should be part of a cyber crimes. Once they gain the access to an account, they can sell your informations or secure account in your name. So it is one of the things where we never doing on social media, means if some unnecessary friend request should be coming without any kind of knowing informations, then please be reject or block these friends. And the important concept about the computer crimes as a current 21st century, it is known as the phishing. This type of attacks involves hackers sending the malicious email, attachment or the URLs to users to gain access to their accounts by computers. Means a hackers just targeted lots of people through this single mail, and they provide some attachment and some URL through they can access a particular and personal account informations. Cyber criminals are becoming a more established, and many of these emails are not flagged as a spam. But the first question is that where they getting our email address. As a searching of lots of informations on the internet, we are providing email address with lots of websites. Through this they can easily access our email address, because lots of websites sells a personal information to the hackers. Users are tricked into the emails claiming they need to change their passwords or update their billing informations, giving a criminal access. Means they just provide the URL, and through the URL they just want to define your password should be required to update our server, as well as they can provide the informations update regarding the address informations. So if no one knows about phishing attack, they can directly enter the passwords as well as billing information. So hacker they can access a basic information without any kind of hard working. Next one, it is known as the online scams. I think you know very well a different online scam it should be part of our use right now. These are the usually in the form of ads or spam emails that include the promises of rewards, of offers, or unrealistic amount of money, like you are won, or we can say a draw, it should be happen on particular this country, and as per the draw you are winning amount more than 10,000 euros. So it is an unrealistic amount which should be part of one mail. Online scams including anti-synced offer that are too good to be true, and when a clicking on that causes malware to interfering and compromise the information, because the money, it should be a prior thing for the human beings. So if we are getting some good news about relating money, we really interested to identify what is the actual information, and if we are just click on this URL, the malware, it should be penetrate our computer system and the activity will be started, and it should be work on a background, so user never know about what kind of activity should be done by the malware's viruses. Prohibited illegal content, it is the last a computer crime associated known as a traditional computer crime. Prohibited and illegal content, we can easily say that it is known as a concept about some content about the copyrights. This cybercrime involves a criminal sharing and distributing inappropriate content that can be considered highly distressing and offensive. Offensive content can include, but it is not limited to, a sexual activity between adults, videos with intense violence, and videos of criminal activity. As we know very well, if we are putting some video regarding a sexual activity on a YouTube, they can directly block our account. It is one of the things, it is known as a prohibited or illegal content. Illegal content includes materials advocating terrorism related acts and child exploitation material. Like if we search some illegal content for a criminal activity like making bombs, making guns, making some things which should be violating our countries, our state and our city, so it is also be a prohibited or we can say a illegal content. This type of content exists both on the everyday internet, on the dark web, and anyone's on a network, because if we are interested in something about any unnecessary activity which should be part of internet, it is also one kind of traditional computer crime which should be happen by the personal computer or we can say a victim. So guys, it is up to you that what are the different crimes which should be part of a computer crime. I think you are enjoying this particular video. Thank you so much.